Alrighty then. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our fifth edition of Regions Cup. I'm your host, Kapil Six. Along with me is Andy and Lando Tanish. Hi, everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
All right, so we got a star-studded lineup. We have 3 weeks of action coming up. Starting off with the tried and true Assetto Corsa coming away in just a moment's time. But yeah, let me give you, for the uninitiated, a heads up of what to come. Regions Cup is an event that we run and try to at least once a year, where we split up the various folks in our server with the respective regions, at least the regions that they would like to represent, and it's an all-out brawl amongst all of them. So it's a beautiful, if I may say so, a community event that kind of, in a way, divides us and also brings us closer to our comrades in our respective regions. We've had great success over the years, and yeah, we're coming back to it after a big hiatus. So let's jump into the action in a bit. We have a lot of time to kind of showcase who's there in which team in a second. But before we get into that, we're jumping into Sportland Sugo in Japan as a first event in the GT5 to kind of give you a sense of what to expect, what lap times, and what the drivers are going to be faced against in the next 30 to 45 minutes. Let's have a hot lap from our very own Moto Moto. Yeah, let's give the heads up of the track itself. Got meeting 102 and 2. Those beautiful 3 to 1. Definitely has found a lot of a lot high. There's got a good amount of elevation going on to be able to keep the right handle. It's finding a lot of speed throughout the track, not even in heavy vehicles. Getting a long back straight, slowly down. Yeah, it's all about having momentum in the car and the track because you have so many guys around you leading and especially the last acceleration of jumping right now. Absolutely one zigzag their way through using all of the track as possible to turn the water here and jump into the downward and find a corner, ease up into the
granular acceleration and braking, especially in a car like the one we have here, which is the GT40 with a naturally aspirated engine. It's a 1.8 liter Ford ZX. You get about 150 to 160 horsepower, and it's a very agile car, which will make it very much dependent on driver skill here, but it won't weigh you down much. So it'll be exciting to see the action that we see going around here, because I can see a lot of opportunities where exits can be compromised and you can get a run up. So that's going to be exciting.
Oh, absolutely. And it's definitely something to kind of watch out for when it comes to well, the track entry is going to be a fun one. I know there are no pit stops in this one, at least in quali, which we're going to jump into in just a moment's time. We've got all of the lineup neatly segregated by their region, so you watch out for it in the driver name itself. But I think enough waffling from my side. Let's jump into the action. I'm just gonna switch real quick. I think we've got 8 and a bit minutes to go on the clock. So yeah, let's jump into it, shall we?
Let's have a look at the cars as we see them. All will be leaving the pit lane in a while as the cars load in. It'll be exciting to see what are the kind of lap times we'll put in, what are the different lines people take around this track.
Indeed, indeed. So Shreyas at the top of the chart right now. Can you just give me a sound check if the car's in-game volume is all good? I just need a confirmation on that. I seem clear on it, but other than that, yeah. From the West region, they're absolutely dominating at this point in time with a 1 second lead over the top. It's already been a few minutes, I think. Oh, there's a spin right in front, and there's some smooth avoiding action in the back.
So
Yeah,
he's got a
that's
bail out of that lap there. So yeah, as you said, Shreyas just absolutely smashing with a 1.1 second ahead of Moto from the North region. We've got representing the Southeast and Southwest, Mahesh and Rilfi, not too far behind. I mean, second through fifth is just a matter of fourth. Actually, second through sixth is just covered in 4 tenths. So it's pretty close. You've also got Deepak from the Southeast again, quite high up there in the 1 point, just within a tenth of third place and within 2 tenths of second place. So it is a bit exciting as we see the different cars roll around track. It would be interesting to see an onboard and see how the cars are taking a line around here.
trying to find. Oh, we've got Billy one. Oh, no, we got Saga double. We've got Kilpi full improving all the time. So I'm trying to figure out who is the good. Okay, Mahesh is kind of going to start a fresh lap. I think we have Real 5PK, aka Atul, LMU champion, or ex-champion, should I say, from last season. He's right in front. So this is a good lap to kind of have a look at. So the Southeast kind of hunting down Southwest right now. Nice action for you. I need to sound check this to make sure that sounds good. Everything sounds good. Okay.
Yep, looks good. He's trying to hook it up as you can see. You can see he's going to take as close inside cover as there's a car in the wall there. I don't think so. But you can see he's taking the curve, he's accelerating down. Let's see if we can make any improvement coming into the sectors. As we have 5.5 minutes, 5 and 5 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock as he comes to this corner. You want to trail back in, keep it close, but he's just got a snap. He's lost the rear there, so that is some time gone right there. He will not like that at all. And again, a snap around him. Just that commitment needs to be razor focused as he's just about to lose it there. Again, come on, this lap is not going to be very happy with it, but he is a quarter of a second up as it stands. So let's see what he can do finally in the run up to this end. What lap time on the board will you see? Lap time to beat is a 130.2. I think he will close. Yes, he is. He is within 4 tenths of that. So that is 136. 130.6. He's within 3 tenths, and I don't know whether that was a celebratory post here or was that just a snap again.
Good to see that Real 5 PK just 3 tenths at least from competition now for the West region. So looking good on the board, kind of neat segregation top four or different regions. Love to see that. Like a turbo, fellow commentator not in the box today, but in the hot seat, which is great to see. He is a fellow controller player, really picking up steam as well. So good to see him on the track. I think he's starting his new lap time. Find
Yep,
someone.
that
Yes.
is right.
Let's have a look at Shreyas. He has just started his next time lap, 2 milliseconds down on his best so far. So already a good showing. We have to keep in mind that this is quite important for the grid, because these cars don't have DRS or a hybrid system. So what you get is your IC bliss. So kind of being there on the right position is very critical if you don't back up there.
Yep, that is important. These cars are pure racing at its finest. As we can see, Shreyas will want to try and improve. He has got an improvement there, about 2 tenths, so he will be getting a little bit of slipstream from the car ahead, but he does not want it to interrupt any of the downforce that he will be taking going forward. So yeah, in the run up, he will get a nice bit of closer there, but too close to too close for comfort is it behind simply very simply has simply started a lap, but he's just boosting on right now. So Shreyas, he is 14 milliseconds slower, so he did lose a little bit of time, perhaps due to the car ahead. Maybe he faced a problem or wasn't made in turn, but simply as it stands is about his 10th. He's 1.7 seconds off the pace. So yeah, we've got people fighting with 2.5 minutes left on the clock. It is going to start ramping up as we speak.
Yeah, it's nearing hammer time now. The dying moments of the qualifying session. As it stands, a great commanding position from Shreyas, his original lap. I think it's Anonivo who is just made an improvement, but yeah, that speeding of the car behind is not going to help him today. So he needs to probably have a bit of restart. Having said that, yeah, Mahesh as well not improving. Trying to figure out who is so speed more so at the last home stretch. If he can improve on his lap, just briefly catches lap earlier. Doesn't look like it, but I think it's 3 points. Yeah, four and a bit. Yeah, there's an improvement. So half a second, inching away at that gap. Doesn't look like too much contact. Does anyone have an answer? It's there. Oh, the punch goes into P4. Sorry to cut off there. That's a great lap from him. He's finally on the board.
Some movement, but one thing looking into that 3.5 tenths between Realty and Shreyas, everyone just seems to be going off at their own. And honestly speaking, I don't think we're gonna see anyone actually dethrone Shreyas as it stands, and you can see Real Fee once again a little bit impeded. He's taking all the risks he can. He's got another bit of snap there. He just got a little bit unsettled coming off that. He's 3.5 tenths behind this the last sector. I don't think he can do much. It's just a bank corner, and you have to accelerate all the way. There's not much the driver does here. He's just a passenger, and he's just pressing that accelerator pedal and steering it around. So I think this is run over for Realfy. He will have to settle for second provisionally unless someone can dethrone him from that as well. I don't know. Moto can be one. Dipanshu is not probably there. But Deepak, watch out for Deepak as well. He is an incredibly strong driver. You don't know what he can put up when given equal machinery. He has got a lot of pace. Let's see what he can do coming out of this lap entirely. It'll be interesting to see.
Yep, and that is time. And that'll be the last lap. That's marginally down going into the last sector. Rail 5 PK is getting a bit of OCS, so let's see if he's able to keep it Moto as well. He's gonna have a tough time with Alex right in front of him, but let's see how it comes about. And yeah, that is really, really unfortunate. There will be Kiki probably reporting Alex for all we know. But yeah, the last laps have begun finally. So let's see who is where. Don't see any improvements on the board right now, probably because I'm not looking at the right thing. But let's stay on board with Shreyas as he jumps. No, he's already finished the last corner going into the finish line. Is there an improvement? There is not. That's one
Surprisingly,
down.
or the same deficit from the first sector, same deficit on his last second effort as well. So he's been 14 milliseconds off in both his efforts, which is, I don't know, coincidence if anything. But we've got a few cars out on track. Let's see if anybody is in a position to do something to eke out that gap, because otherwise the southwest and the west regions are absolutely putting everyone else to shame. So let's have a look across the board. Who's your leader from north? From north, your leader stands to be Moto, who's third. From east, it is Dipansh. From west, it is obviously a provisional pole sitter, that is Shreyas. Dipansh comes across the line, and it's not an improvement for him as it stands. But from northeast to west. So now we have got south from south. Your leader from the south. Let's have a look up and down the board. I can't find anybody from south, so let's look in the other way. Southwest, you've got Real Five. From southeast, you've got Mahesh, and southwest, your top would be Axels as it stands. So yeah, quite a bit of competition among the southeastern regions, but it's been a good one thus far as it stands. So your pole sitter will be Shreyas, if I'm not mistaken, unless there's someone else still on a better lap.
Yeah, looks like it. That's the end of qualifying. And let's just have a look at the times on the board. We got a small countdown. 130.2, 130.6. That's how close it was in the end. So Shreyas kind of dominating there. Moto, Dipanshu, Mahesh, and Anonivo. That's the top six. I'm Lightning King in P7 for the Southeast, followed by an Italian Deepak. That's interesting. Missed in P9. So we got P1 and P9. Big segregation there. So Shreyas carrying West as of right now. Simply in P10. Raga Turbo in P11. So we'll have to wait and watch how it goes on. But yeah, a good start for, I must say, Southeast. Actually, they've got a good number of folks in the top 10. And yeah, East as well. It's a decent spread between a couple of regions there. Alrighty, we're jumping into the race. It's just a moment's time. I will also have to jump into the pit. Uh, but okay, I've done that. I'm locked out. Then unless I can. Okay, let's just jump and look at who is. We've got 41 drivers. 40. That's a big grid actually. We've got actually 45 is what we chose, but start from 20. Okay. I think, but yeah, it doesn't matter. We've got 5 laps starting in a second, and you take it away with the yellow vest in pole position. Movement there, but Andy, not sure where you are, buddy, but yeah, no movement for the top four. Anonymous in the pit, quickly on the exit there, but so far so clean from what I can see. No movement, no collisions. We like to see that. It's a clean start. And the backing of between Mist and Lightning Machine. No prisoners there. Lightning Machine moves that position up further up the board. Oh, we got Anonymous going. Fine. They might lose another position to what? 3 positions there, moving all the way down to 12. So not the best of start for him. Mahesh kind of closed up there with Dipanshu putting up a fight there. So get used to the colors, folks. We've got action. Moto driving down the inside of Atul Bhaskar.
He is absolutely leaving nothing on track, and people have gone off the track. That's Moto. He will now tumble down the other. Dipanshu is well off. This is complete pandemonium. But there we see first and second, and now going to get a big fillip of time. The third just close by. But Dipanshu has fallen, so has Moto. That was some incident, something to be reviewed by the stewards for sure. We can see Turbo Chuk now in the runways. He is going to try and catch up to the car ahead there. We can see two cars going side by side there. That's Moto. Alongside the green car there, we have another one falling up back there. Let's see who can make it down. It is a question of braking. They're both on the same car, same acceleration. But who has the bravery to brake later than ever? Is it going to be Moto? No, it is going to be Moto, and he does emerge ahead. And now he's got quite a lot of ground to make up. Faizan up ahead for him.
Yeah, that's an impressive first lap for the leading package. This is relatively checked out, but the path to simply Moto all kind of in that gaggle. Now Moto has to kind of find his way back. It's going to be a long drive for him. 45 minutes on the clock is what we have. So he has it, but yeah, he needs to make that ground up to get those points. Here now we see simply in P4 kind of walking away with it. Really have the last lap. I don't know if he was caught in the incident. We have to come back to that at a later point in time. But as it stands, that is the big gainer as of lap 1.
Like a lot from that qualifying. So he is in the top. He is in fourth as it stands. So that's 6 places up. As Swagger, who is a fellow commentator who we're missing today, but he is racing with us. And Faizan is up 11 places, 11 gains. That's insane.
Dipanshu is the loser here. He's down in P20. Just come out of the pits. Yeah, that's a race ruined for him. Definitely going to be in reporting as many drivers as they can, wanting as many heads for his loss. They're going to have to wait and watch how that happens later on. Alright, so that's an interesting line there from the punch. Oh yeah, he's a lap down, so he's moving out of the way. Tiger Turbo is and Mahesh are the big dogs for Southeast. Atul Bhaskar still the top dog for Southwest, so we will have to wait and watch how that transpires. But as it stands, yeah, it's still even Stevens with Shreyas. He's increased the gap right now to, I believe that's almost 6 seconds, 5.8 seconds. So he's out of here. That's crazy stats from him.
Well, we can see that the top 2 and basically your top 3 are quite pushing each other to the limit, but there's a huge gap forming between 7th and 6th as well as down the order, and there are already lapped cars within 3 laps of the race. Less than 5 minutes have been done. That's the amount of action that's happened on track, and that's the most interesting thing we have about GT racing, and especially at tracks like these where you have to follow very closely, and the opportunities for overtaking have to be strategic. And when you're in similar machinery, you do not have an advantage over the other. You just have the driver's skill. As we go on board with Turbo Chuk, who's behind Axel Sam right here, he will have to time his braking point because he's got a car behind. He can't afford to let his rear snap out. So he has to be extremely granular control. As we can see, ABD, he's trying to make his way up to 14th place. He's behind Wraith as well from Southwest region. Let's see what he can put up in the upcoming corners. Can he launch an overtake or will he bide his time?
The field definitely spreading out now in just a matter of 5 minutes. But yeah, that's action in store for you. But up ahead, looks like Swagger Turbo is having an issue. He's dropping like a soda. It's when you think Moto is quickly on that start again. Swagger Turbo will have to wait. We'll have to figure out what happened to him a little later. But yeah, he has lost a span of what, 5 positions in the course of the last 30 seconds. So he's got a slowdown in the worst possible case of the car. Okay, so what can we see here? Moto definitely making those rounds again up those positions. We'll have to wait and see how things fare. Turboshook still having no answer to Mist. Mist kind of walking away with that, increasing the gap. Deepak, fellow stewards, operator, coordinator, and server setter, yeah, he's got familiar clear. He's still in P11. Just waiting to see if his raw pace comes out, but it's going to flow back for him. Axel Sam, another victim to Moto's relentless attack. I think I should stay on with Moto right now because it looks like he is taking no prisoners right now. Absolutely flying, but yeah, he's got a big gap ahead to Lightning McKing. So it's hammer time for him. We'll see, we'll come back to him in the next, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes if he's able to keep that position. But as it stands, yeah, Mahesh is in P3, simply in P4, and we've got cars moving out of the way, Pankaj in P23. So yeah, that's long drive for them.
Yep, it is going to be a long day for some of our racers who got
Oh,
part of the
look,
pandemonium. Sadly, we've got a car going off in the background, and is that real fee? Is that real fee has gone off
no,
in the background in the
no,
purple
no, it's
car there?
uh,
Oh, I hope not. I hope that's
it
not
was
the case.
just a back marker.
It's a back marker. Oh, that would have completely changed the podium there. You would have had simply move up, and he would have been rather happy to take that third spot there. So yeah, we have got movements. I think it was the guy currently falling down is Anon Evo from East, who actually went off there. So yep, we can see that there's a very close gaggle of cars from 8th through 12th who are quite close in contention. So they can possibly come into a fight going forward. But Simply has got a pretty nice cushion. So he is at this point, if he keeps going with the current pace and matches it, I think he'll be guaranteeing himself a comfy fourth unless he wants to push a little bit further and get that third place. So as you can see, Missed he's in eighth. He's trying to get a run up then and get the braking just right. He's sneaking in. He's drafting behind the car there. He will want to be the latest of the breakers. As it stands, he will want to overtake Axel. Let's see what he can do. Going into this corner, can he dare to brake later than ever? He does, but can he make the corner? He does, and he is up into seventh place. Next up will be Moto, who was a little bit caught out early in the race, but 3.1 seconds ahead is the next fighter. Unless Axel Sam is trying to make a move, he's trying to get inside line, tighter line through there to get a better exit, and he is touching Mist, and he has bumped into Mist. Will he try and do something around the outside? As it stands here, we've got a car just behind. It is Turbocharge, who might be the beneficiary here. Three cars all together, just separated by tenths milliseconds. Let's see what they can do going down. Who's going to be the bravest of them all? Who can make a lunge? Is this the right time to make a lunge? Big questions, but a lot of action as you can see.
Yeah, I'm just noticing something. Though Mist is in West, he's got the red livery, which is confusing me. I think, why are two teammates fighting so much? It makes more sense now that it's just in the wrong livery. We've got this three-car battle, and as you see, Swagger Turbo absolutely eating up that from I believe it was sorry, it was the Axel Sam who lost two positions. Deepak Raj is also hot, being attacked by Turbo Chuk. So this middle pack is where all the action is at. Having said that, Moto has absolutely extinguished that gap in just 3 minutes of 2 laps and already at the back of Lightning McQueen. Now let's see how quickly he can get by him and he can do it cleanly because he is definitely one of those top contenders and he want to get closer and closer to Mahesh.
Yep, and you can see he's getting closer and closer to the car ahead. That is I'm Lig, and he will want to take a lunge. It is the right point. He will want to bite his time a little bit, take it into the corner so that he can chain it out. But they've got a back marker ahead, and if they catch up to him, that might just be a problem. As we can see, he's taken it. Moto is up into the top 5 as it stands. He will now need to defend his position and ensure that he does not lose it. Because right now even the top 5 and the top 10 will start running into back marker traffic soon enough, so that will cause a hindrance to them, so watch out for that.
Absolutely no contest there from Lightning McQueen. Moto just slides through him in one crisp move. Absolutely no response for him, so he moves up into P5. Next is same P1. That looks like Deepak Raj has also made an overtake on Axel Sam. This not looking so good for Axel Sam. He was in P7 a while ago. Now all the way down at P10. Will he be able to come back into the fray of things? We'll have to wait and watch. But
hold his own.
Not an ideal scenario for him right now.
This doesn't seem to be able to hold his own as it stands. He's being eaten up by the other drivers, as you see there. And simply doesn't seem to be making any headways into Mahesh either towards that podium. I think he's just going to stay where he is at this stage, not take a lot of risk. But it's not in Simply's driving, not take risks. So let's see, maybe going forward he has something he's got in mind.
Yeah, and setting back into the mid pack here, we've got Faizan and EBD fighting out for the last position. We've seen is we have points for. Faizan's got the better of it as of right now, but I'm pretty sure this rivalry is gonna go the distance. These two have been known to battle it out on track. Even what cleanliness I cannot comment at this point in time, but yeah, it's like Faizan has the upper hand as of right now.
Yep, and we can see some movement here between Faizan and ABD, not for some amazing positions, but regardless, some great racing in 15th and 16th place. Let's see what these two people can do. From southwest and southeast, ABD and Faizan are fighting for these places, which might seem insignificant, but it's a battle for glory as it stands, as they take the run up towards that Dunlop straight, or that's what I call it at least around this circuit. And it's a beautiful sign is there. I love it as they come out of here. Now into the braking zone. Will ABD try to take a little bit of a risk and take the inside line? Doesn't look like that, and you can see that Faizan covers him off, but ABD does not seem to be taking much of a risk, and he's falling a little bit behind as Faizan is closing up to Lemon right now from the east. He is much closer there, so he will want to try and make some headway. He takes the tighter line through there. He wants to make an overtake. He's pretty eager there, but ABD is also following close by. Let's see what he can do going into this corner. Does he try and take the inside and just lug it around the outside? He's hit the car on the back and the car has spun out. That's Lemon who has spun out, and that will definitely be an incident he wants. That will get reported to the stewards, because end of the day Faizan did bump the car and it did go off.
Well, that's shot in 4K there for you, ladies and gentlemen. The captain of the East region there getting punted off by Faizan. It happens, it's racing, but yeah, when the stewards agree on that is what we will have to wait for another day. but Faizan up into P14 and ABD up to P15 as a result.
But that will definitely be going into the clips of Faizan for sure. Faizan's racing clips. Anyway, moving back, we see Turbo just behind Deepak, trying to take a little bit of a wider line out, but Deepak sticks his nose out and ensures that, Turbo, you're not going to get any space around here, so you better try it at some other place. So that's a car separated by about 8 tenths as it stands. Any closer battles simply has fallen further behind. He is falling into the clutch of Moto. Moto's picked up about 2 seconds on him since we last picked up in the last 4 minutes. So going back to that, we can see that there is going to be a fight that's coming up for fourth place going forward. So that would be interesting to see in a couple of minutes' time.
And just an update on Axel Sam. He was looking racy at some point. Look, I was just monitoring his position because I'm from Southwest. I might be biased. No need to. But he just had an incident. I think I probably on his own while trying to chase Deepak. As a result, lost three more positions. So now he's well outside the top 10. A little unfortunate because he had good pace, but yeah, no. Oh, that. I believe there's someone in the wall. Oh, that is Sid.
There is someone in the
Yeah.
wall. That will be Sid, who just went off there. He was in the wall momentarily. So, yep, let's see what is the movement going forward. And interestingly enough, it has been a minute since I last spoke. Moto's picked up another second to Simply, so that's a battle that's closer than we know. He is on the charge as it stands. He is not going to let go of anything that is going to come his way. But looking a little bit downwards, what do we see? Faizan and ABD are close again. So let's have a look at what is there stands. ABD and Faizan. ABD and Faizan are quite close, aren't they? If I'm not mistaken.
No, actually,
They
they're split apart.
it's
The
split up.
Faizan 5 seconds apart. That battle has cooled off for now.
Yep, they have now given each other space. Not a lot of cars in very close contention, but let's have a review. Kapil, who do you think is so far? We've already reviewed our biggest winners and biggest losers, but who do you think so far has been the standout driver? Not just probably position wise, but in terms of what we've seen on the track.
I definitely want to say Mahesh has been doing a fantastic job. He's keeping it clean, getting in those points for Southeast, especially for some of the more seasoned drivers like Simply, Atul and Moto. Kind of held his own in P3, just staying out of trouble, keeping his position, so it's kind of important. I think most flamboyant driver has been Moto so far. So we'll have to wait and see what more he can do. You can see Dipanshu right in front, pounding the likes of Simply. I know he's a lap down, but he just got that pace, and I think he's here just to have some fun. I'm pretty sure he'll move out the way once Moto is here, but he will take every opportunity in the book to make sure that he knows that he's not happy with what happened here at the start of the race.
Absolutely, and you can see he's just wrestling the car. He's manhandling the car out of every corner. The car's just snapping. It's not able to take the kind of speed that he wants it to. But he is now within 1 second of Simply as it stands. I think he's picked up 5 seconds in 5 laps or something, or in 5 minutes. The punch was pushed off Simply, and that gives Moto a free way into fourth. I don't know what kind of a hit job was that, but the Moto says, "Thank you very much. I'll take that fourth place." And I think there'll be a gift hamper sent to the Panchu soon enough.
Yeah, Dipanshu taking one for the team there. Absolutely no hesitation. Just went for it. Did not look back. So,
Yeah, Simply will not be happy about that, and Simply will definitely be talking to the stewards and saying, "What is this? You've got contract hitmen as drivers now."
well, this is a nice segue. If you want to catch in on what will transpire between these two guys in chat room after the race, please do join in our Discord server. Link in the description for all the masala dust to follow. But yeah, as it stands, P1 out front with almost a 15-second absolutely dominating drive so far. 8 Shreyas representing the West. Fire PK, aka Atul Bhaskar in P2. Mahesh is in P3. So you got the top four from four different regions. I think East is kind of left out because of Dipanshu. Dipanshu kind of showing them that you may take me out on track, but you are not going to get away with it. And that was, yeah, what we'll have to see here.
Absolutely, there was complete pandemonium there. I think simply will want to try to make some headway, but his pace has just been not up to the mark. We've got 23 minutes left on the clock, and if there's someone who I have confidence in to make up time to Mahesh, given the pace, it could be Moto who might be challenging for that podium place as it stands. But let's wait and watch.
Yeah, it's a big gap when now is where Moto also finished around this place in qualifying. So 7 seconds is the gap. I don't expect it to go down too much. He's back to where he started. Yeah, we'll have to wait and watch. It has been an absolute rock so far.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It has been such insane good racing, and we've got two cars close again. That is Lemon and ABD. Yeah, Lemon and ABD both are in close contention again. This time it is what's up for grabs. It's 15th place, nothing more, because ABD's got a 12-second gap ahead to Faizan. So yeah, 15th place it is for you. But every single place is a matter. It's a matter of glory. It's a matter of fighting. It's a matter of pace here. You can see that the cars are going to take the run up. I think Lemon is a little bit too far back to make a lunge, but you know, you can never underestimate a driver. Anyone can make a lunge from anywhere. Will it work out is a separate question of its own. But as it stands, let's have a look at our leader. Shreyas is in the lead, 14 laps completed so far. We've got 22 minutes on the clock. He's 15 seconds ahead, and who is that off? That is from the northern region. We've got Ek SP, who's gone off there in 20th. So definitely not a good race for him. It's going to get worse going forward. He's just in the abyss that is called the back markers. As it stands, anyway, moving back, the race leader is in the front with 15 laps completed, and he has a commanding lead of 15 seconds, but Real Fees just put up the fastest lap there as it stands in the 130, in the high 130s. But it's been replaced by Moto, who's put up the fastest lap at the 138. He's 2 seconds faster than the car behind him, which is simply. So yeah, Moto is someone who is making moves, but what pace will he have left once he reaches Mahesh, who is 6.5 seconds ahead? So he's taking out 8 to 7 tenths every single lap from the car ahead, but can he keep it up? Because he has to keep that up for 8 to 9 laps in order to be even close to Mahesh, and then that's a different question altogether.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. So slowly, it's 6.3 right now from 7, probably 2 minutes ago. So, will he be able to do it with 21 minutes on the clock? We'll have to wait and watch. But yeah, it's a slow burn. It's a slow burner. So, yeah, let's keep our eyes on that. Back in the field after his, I don't want to use the word dadagiri, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. Dipanshu is trying to find his bearings back. 20th position is where he is right now. Lemon and ABD, they are the two captains of their various regions. They're stuck nose to tail right now. Lovely to see this battle. And Anonivo right behind him is closer and closer. So we've got a three-way battle with Southeast in the lead.
Yep. And we can see there our gap has been staying steady as it stands for the podium fight, but going downwards. We have 3 cars coming to this: Lemon, that's Andivo, and that's ABD. So 3 cars within pretty good distance of each other. ABD's got a little bit of breathing space, but that is Anon Evo who's made the move on Lemon. He's made it just by taking the title line through there. Now ABD's got to watch out. 15th place is up here. Now ABD has to keep it clean through the next sequence of corners. All he has to do is keep his foot to the floor and ensure that he doesn't let the other driver get a great run up the corner, and make sure that he is the one who breaks last. Simple. There are 2 ways you can do this. You can take the outside line and hope the goal that you have that grip, you have that speed, so you can just cover him off, or you take the inside and you take the tightest line possible to get the exit out of that corner. So depends on what kind of a strategy you want to adopt. But as it stands,
We
we
would,
can see, yeah.
yeah, just cutting off you there because so Sam now slowly making that patch back. He is now very close to Turbo Chook. This is another battle to keep in check. Anonimo will is closer to ABD. Looks like he definitely has that extra bit of space, so we'll have to wait and watch. But as it stands, Sam trying and trying. He's had a rough middle part of the race, so we'll have to wait and see if there's any silver lining or a light at the end of the tunnel for him. That remains to be seen. I'll go ahead.
Yep. And I was just talking about the fact that, you know what, we've got drivers pushing to the absolute limit and we've got some crazy good fights going here. But again, coming down on this corner is what was my main point, is about the different approaches that you can take breaking in. It is just about what you're confident with. As we can see, a driver taking the outside line, but switches back, cuts back to the inside. Can he take any speed out? He can't. That's Turbo Choke, who is going to keep his 10th place as it stands. But Axels is on the charge. He is getting closer and closer, and this in particular is a nice chain of corners where you can set up that overtake, but you have to be close. You have to be careful not to bump off your, you have to not bump off the driver ahead like AB, like Faisan did. So you have to be careful, and Axel Sam is just trying to be that. He's bumped a little bit, but yeah, going forward there is still plenty of overtaking opportunities. We've got 17 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock as it stands.
Yeah, Swagger Turbo is not too far ahead, just 2.5 seconds. So if Axel Sam in that red livery is able to get by, maybe there's a chance come the end of the race. We'll have to wait and watch. But yeah, Turbo is putting in the strong defense there for the East region. It looks like these two guys are absolutely to each other. But Axel Sam has no way. Is there a drafting right now? Will there be a tap? It's closer than ever. It can barely put the finger between them. Oh, they're trying.
It's pretty wide. It's pretty wide through the start finish straight. As you can see, what can Axel Sam do? What can Turbo Choke do? Who is going to be the last person to press the brake pedal? Who's going to be the last to lift it off? It is going to be Axel Sam, who emerges in 10th place. Turbocharger down to 11th, who might just fall into the clutches. No, there's no one to fall into the clutches, so that was a back marker. So my bad. It is just the two of these people fighting it out for that 10th place as it stands. And Moto is 4.3 seconds ahead behind the podium, so he is making little by little headway. I think it's going to be very close. It's going to be very close between the two drivers in 15th and 16th. That's ABD and Anon Evo, but nowhere, nothing to go by for Anon Evo there. ABD keeps his 15th place, but gosh, what it's so close there.
Oh, it was giving me 5-1 vibes all over again. Luckily, there was not that contact at the turn itself. And he was definitely looks to have that pace over ABD, but ABD just built that wall. And yeah, he intends to keep it absolutely perfect defensive positioning there. And then you are not having any inroads. They're using, the excursion off the track, gain a bit of an advantage, but nothing doing so far.
Yeah. So we can see again two cars going pretty close there. That's Anonimo moving, trying to make a move on ABD, but nothing to be had there. Now all he has to do is try to make this one stick. Is he gonna take one around the outside? Will ABD let him? As it stands, it's gonna be close, but no cigar. He's just gone off the track. He's lost that bit. He had to keep it on track, but he was not able to. He's gonna try and make a move, take a bit of a lunge, cut back to the inside. But his next overtaking opportunity will be at turn 1. He has to take every single chance he gets. Now you have less than 15 minutes left on the clock at this racetrack as it stands. He's drafting behind ABD. He's going to take it around the outside. He's going to want to trail brake late into that corner, get ahead, but will he keep the place? Let's see what he does at the end of this chain. He is successfully ahead of ABD and up into 15th. place.
Well, that was a beautiful overtake on the outside, I must say so. That moves Anonivo into the point, into P50.
Yep, that was absolutely well set up. He earned that. He kept the pedal to the metal. He kept pushing, and he is now up. It's only for 15th place. But yes, this is what we race for. This is what we show up for. And if you want to be part of more such incredibly high driven events as Moto takes, that's just a back marker. But yeah, in his quest for the podium, he's 3.5 seconds away. Moving, circling back. If you want to be part of interesting, very high powered and events that genuinely make you want to come down and drive and meet new people and
That's it,
just
I'm losing into the
get overtake,
wall.
and that is a car into the wall. That is Sid, 14th place. That is gone from his hands, and he will have to rejoin now. He's just lost about 2 places, but yeah, and that might just be a few more gone for him. So do join the Discord, do join IRC. Link is in the description. So we look forward to seeing you. We have social races every single week on almost every major racing game. There is, be it F125, be it Assetto Corsa, be it ACC. You're more than welcome to join. We'd love to see you here.
Right, 12 minutes, 30 minutes on the clock. I just saw maybe 2 minutes ago when everybody was being overtaken. Swift did have the fastest lap with a 1:30.005. He is on another planet with that pace. 20 seconds is the gap to the real fast. PK is looking like he has a Sunday drive. Not really bothering too much about pushing the limits. He's getting the points for the Southwest, and that's more important. He is their captain. So good showing so far from it. Mahesh, the Island Man on track. P3, absolutely no fussing about so far, but there is a bullet.
Yup, and that is our race leader, 19 seconds ahead. He's absolutely chilling. He can drive a second a lap slower than the car behind, and he will still finish in the lead. That's just how fast he is. But can you notice Moto is 2.7 seconds behind third place? He is approaching fast, and he has got 10 minutes, 11 and a half minutes left on the clock, so he is not very far from the podium as it stands. So don't count Moto out. His pace has been incredible this race, and he got a pretty free fourth place, as thankful to Dipanshu, who is currently in 19th and will be called to the stewards room for sure, and Simply, who has just not had the best of races, although he is quite up from his qualifying performance. He is not going to be happy with what happened between him, Moto, and Dipanshu.
Yeah, that ends the way the cookie crumbles today. The first race has got Formula One. Tomorrow, right after the real life Silverstone Grand Prix, we have a series of events on F125. So definitely tune in tomorrow for that as well. Starting it out quite wacky. Not gonna spoil in just yet, but yeah, that's it for all the fun about it.
That will be incredibly exciting. So we'll have a bunch of motorsport going on this weekend. We obviously have the real life Formula One when Silverstone, the first ever sprint weekend at the home of F1, if you call it that. And we have IRC's gaggle of events. We have a lot of events coming up with the Regions Cup in various classes. You'll get to see different kinds of racing, different racers, and people representing their regions and pushing forward to push it up and up the board there. So just moving back, we can see a car going off the track. That is a back marker. It's Pankai, if I'm not mistaken, who is a lap down as it stands. But just looking up and down the board, some very interesting things. Access within 1.1 seconds of 9th, as you can see there, quite close. It just needs to be a few more seconds and maybe a minute, and they will probably be fighting for that 9th place. As it stands, he is within a second of Swagger. But Moto, he is absolutely on fire, 1.3 seconds ahead behind the podium. So my question goes to you, Kapil. by what minute exact, I mean, I want the minute, I don't want the second, will we have Moto back on the podium in third place? Let's take a bet.
I will get to that in a minute, but I just had to show you the overtake that Anonymous just made on race. It is just having complete loss of traction there into the end of sector one, and he's just left the door open for Anonymous to go around the outside. So it's fair overtake there for Anonymous, and he moves up into P13.
That's quite an overtake, actually. Missed that.
Right, yeah, while this battle for ninth position goes on, I think it's going to be another, let's say, 2.5 minutes until his first pound. Moto, now when he actually gets the move, I'll have to wait and watch, but yeah, that's my prediction.
So your prediction is that he will be there by about the 6th minute. I gander that by 5th minute we'll have him running away with third place. So let's see whose prediction is closer. Moto will be hoping that he just runs away with it as soon as possible. But that gap is holding steady. So yeah, a bit of fear is living up as both of these guys. Mahesh has just lapped about 4 tenths faster than Moto as it stands. So yeah, Mahesh is probably upping the pace now. So it could be a while before we see him actually, get that up there. So let's see how this battle goes on between 9th and 10th. They're quite close. Swagger and Axel 5, who can get there up. Axel's just gone off the track. He's unsettled the car a little bit. So going into the 10th and going into the final straight, they're level. But it seems like Axel's got a better exit and he is up into 9th place. He just has to keep this going. He has to keep the car behind. He has to keep Swagger behind, which will not be an easy job. But he is up as it stands.
Yeah, Swagger getting a slew of bad exits there. Pressure absolutely unrelenting from Axel Stump throughout that lap. Looked like Swagger Turbo did not have a response at that time. But as it stands right now, I'm not so sure because Swagger Turbo looks to be driving the wheels of his car. And yeah, the gap is now unfortunately increasing. It is almost up to a second as Swagger Turbo almost built it into the wall.
Yep.
Right, so what is our minute marker? 6.5. Well, unfortunately, I am well and truly off there. The gap is only 1 second right now, so you can count stuck my prediction out the window. Have to wait and watch. There is back markers coming up. No, that's actually just Mahesh. But in front of him is Lemon, the captain of Pankaj, still rolling on grass. So it's a very interesting nice he's taking there. But completely because of Lemon. And now the exact is way through. Will he be able to do it? And the exit there, the way is like they're looking for a way past. Lemon also completely unyielding. It's really going to be a big penalty.
Someone that is exciting as hell. We can see Moto's just there. He's waiting. He's gonna make that overtake on Mahesh, and he's gonna settle into the podium into third place. Someone please check what Moto's got going on, because fourth place he had someone to help him. Third place he had someone to help him. What's next? He's got people put up in second and first to block them off. But yeah, he is up into third place. Mahesh won't be happy that he ran into a back marker at the wrong time. Sorry for cutting you off there, Kapil.
No, it's a very tricky situation because we've got so much of these back markers kind of coming into the play of things. Is it GT rules apply where you don't have to move, and that's where the advantage was taken? Yes, that's probably it. Mahesh would know better. But yeah, Moto was simply licking his lips and absolutely sent it to get that position. Moving up into P3.
And he is Now, I think he's going to be running away with under 5 minutes left on the clock. Our leader is leading by 22 seconds. 26 laps have been completed thus far. And the man in second, Real Feet from Southwest, is 12 seconds ahead of the man in third, Moto, who has fought his way up after a lap 1 incident that was not particularly, that he did not come looking great out of. In fourth place is Mahesh, who held his own for a while. Simply is just into doldrums at fifth. We've got Lig in sixth from West. Our first presenter of West missed in seventh. Deepak, who we're currently watching, in eighth, and Axel 5 in ninth, and Swagger in 10th, completing our top 10 right there.
That's quite butchered then. The full name is in turn, but we will come back to the names in a bit. Deepak Raj now hot on the tail of Mess. Looks like Lightning Mucking is there. No. So the way I look at it from the constructor's standpoint, we've got Race and Mess. That's a decent combination of points for West. Southwest looks to be a little more on the lacking side, P2 and P9. But from Southeast side, we've got a lot of representation. We've got P4, P6, P8, P10. So they're sort of rallying in troops and going to walk away with, I believe, more points at the end of the day. It will be close between West and Southeast.
Yep, and we can see Deepak was quite close there, but yep, he's not quite close enough. He's got 1.3 seconds to clear, and now under 3 seconds on the on the clock, as we can see there. Apologies for that. We can see Deepak has to close up quickly if he wants that 7th place. Looks like most of our standings are quite put up, but in racing, you never say never. Even with less than 2.5 minutes on the clock, you never know when someone will spin out, someone will go off, or someone might just make a wrong turn, and they might just turn around and be on the grass for a few seconds and let a lot, or maybe one crucial driver by.
Yeah, all to play for here in the dying moments of the race. 2 minutes on the clock left. Will we see this overtake? Will we see any more? We'll have to wait and watch, but it's been definitely an eventful race. It will be a busy night for the stewards as they kind of suck in all those reports. Simply, Dipanshu, Moto definitely are going to be all on each other with the likes of that action that we saw earlier in the race. We had a few more incidents. We had a lot of back markers causing incidents throughout. I'm not going to name names right now, not beyond the point for the stewards to decide. But yeah, the stand is kind of clear, out there, fully dominating this race, kind of sucking in the points for West. Yeah, that's kind of my assessment of the entire thing. So 1 more minute to go, we will transition. Yeah, we have just crossed the line, so that is final lap of the Grand Prix. While all of these guys are just crossing sector 1, that's just a dominating team.
I know that he made that move off the track. I think Deepak has, but it was just with a wheel on, so it will be counting, I think. But stewards might want to take a look at that. That's up to them. But Deepak is up into 7th. If we can go on board our race leader, Shreyas, who is in first place, and watch him as he cruises to victory at the circuit. We are on board with Shreyas, who has driven a fantastic drive. He has been unstoppable from the get-go. And as we see, the land of the rising sun, we're in Murata, in Sportland Sugo, in this track. He will take the turn out of this corner. This corner, he will remember that it has been an immense race for him. He did not face much troubles, but he kept his pace up. 24 seconds in the lead. He will be pushing the West by a large margin, and he is on to take the victory on the bank. foot to the floor all the way to the end. 29 laps and finishing off in the last ever lap of his that he'll be taking here at the Grand Prix. He takes the checkered flag and he wins this Grand Prix right here. That has been a commendable race for him. In second place from the Southwest region, we have Real Fee who will be checking in to take that second place. It has been a great race from him too. 12 seconds up there. You will be crossing the line as we just see him taking that checkered flag, and in third place fighting his way back through various things, probably helped a little by the back markers there, but showing immense space will be Moto in third, and that completes our podium for Sportsland.
Yeah,
That's
good
Mahesh coming
pandemonium
on
there.
in fourth. Yeah, no worries.
Simply a P5 to the line, the second not driver. And then you've got the Southeast track, P6, P7, and P10, Lightning McQueen, Deepak Rad, and finally Saga Turbo in P10. But yeah, missed the other West driver in the wrong livery. Echo Sam, well, he had definitely an eventful race. We'll definitely give him that. But good to see him kind of fight his way through, come back into the top 10. So good drive from him, good recovery drive. P9, Saga Turbo in P10. At the
That
entry list,
the end of the race. That was certainly a very exciting one. That was filled with action, filled with reports for the stewards to review, but certainly that was definitely quite a fun 45 minutes and one fun quali to watch through, wasn't it?
definitely it was. I see now the points here. And yeah, that is your first event done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I can tell you. Um, yeah, that's, that's how we like to do things here. Just give me one moment. So just figuring out, will we be able to get those folks? A little unlikely. Let me just check and get back to you. Got Moto in the hot box. Yes, that's one of them. Who else? Just give me
We'll be
a
having
second.
Mahesh and our second place finisher as well, Real Fee, will be coming in for a podium interview soon, I hope.
Yep. Wait and watch. But in the meantime, while we do have Moto, would you walk us through your race?
Hello.
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 Yeah, I don't know that start was a bit sketchy, but yeah, I mean, I'll take a P3 after all that. I think I went a bit
Yeah.
too deep into that happen, if you would call it that. Uh, losing my car a bit, and then on the exit, I think I might have crossed over to the right too early, and then there was a car behind which tagged me, and I got spun around. But yeah, it is what it is. It was yeah, that's about it. Nothing much to say.
I think
Yeah,
a
but
few opportune moments were there, Moto, with fourth and third. You had some angels in disguise of backmarkers coming in, but it was a very good race, insane pace. So that was great from you.
Yeah, thanks.
I think we're still waiting on a full. Will let me kind of find him. In the meantime, our race were fair. Hey, buddy, how was your race? Yes, are you with us?
Chris, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can.
Right there. The Madiar, how's it for you? Okay. Not a man of many words, but we will take that. We all sit on the same line.
So while we wait for a second placed finisher, this is another moment for you to try to check out the link in the description that we have to join in the Indian racing community. We have a lot of stuff going on. We have the Regions Cup, we have social races, we have a lot of exciting events coming up going forwards, and we have our partners as well who will help you set up with your racing sims as well, from sponsors and to getting you the right rigs to ensuring that you race with the right equipment as well. So join an Indian racing community. This is going to be an insane experience for all those who want to get into sim racing or are already in sim racing. This is the place to be.
I don't think Atul is there. I think he had to step out. But yeah, Shreyas, if you're with us, I'll have a chat with you. We can hear him though, but
I think Stress might have some AV issues, so we tried speaking to him. Stress, can you hear
yeah.
us?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yep. How was
Oh,
your race, Stress?
how
That was
It
insane.
was good. I thought I will have a fight with P2 or P3, but I pulled away pretty quickly. Was
So
a
your
lovely
pace
definitely
was
race.
laying the
dominant.
gauntlet there.
Yeah, your pace was pretty dominant. What do you say? What do you think was the main differentiator between you and others that just kept you ahead, did not put you anywhere near the others?
I just had consistency. The P2 and P3 did not have that consistency.
What a better way to answer that than that? Consistency is very important when it comes to racing, and yep, you showed exactly that. Anything from you, Kapil?
I think we're good. Safe. We'll definitely be on the watch out for you for the other events. We've got time attack as well, so definitely putting in some great points for West. Yeah, I think you've definitely put yourself on the radar here with that showing. Good. I think we'll call it a day. Got lots of activity now going on. Tune in again for the event tomorrow. We'll be here probably around the same time after the Silverstone Grand Prix or the first F1 event. Until then, take care. See you then.
Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.